Trump invited 60 countries to participate in this, as far as I can make out. There are 193 states in the United Nations.
And at the same time, they're inviting Israel to the vote of peace, but ignoring Palestinians. There are no Palestinians there.
Looks that no one is consulting the Palestinians, whether the NGOs of the Palestinian Authority or the other Palestinian actors on the ground.
And this is about somehow, in some sort of unaccountable and an unpleasant way, in a way, making money out of investment in the suffering of the Palestinians.
What is required in any conflict is a mediator and a solution that is perceived to be equitable and durable from the perspective of the parties in conflict, and none of those things exist right now.
Yeah, I've been looking for the participating countries who are invited, thinking about countries who are excluded, and trying to think about that question myself. I mean, it's interesting to think about the countries who are excluded, first of all. Trump invited 60 countries to participate in this, as far as I can make out. There are 193 states in the United Nations. The whole board of peace is clearly an attempt to render the UN obsolete and make Trump a kind of, put him in a kind of monarchical or imperial position as the chairman of this new UN, this so-called board of peace. But he only invited 60 countries. That excludes most of the world and most of the world states.
It is so strange that the board is inviting Benjamin Netanyahu to be a member of that board, who's indicted by the International Criminal Court, and who definitely could not travel to Davos because if he did, he would be arrested. And at the same time, they're inviting Israel to the vote of peace, but ignoring Palestinians. There are no Palestinians there, while they are discussing the future of Palestine and the future of Palestinians. And most importantly, all these maps and schemes and structures and so on seem to be so distant from reality.
Looks that no one is consulting the Palestinians, whether the NGOs of the Palestinian Authority or the other Palestinian actors on the ground. We were absent as Palestinians on the ceremony today of the signature of the formulation of the Board of Peace, and also the plan which was shown by Kushner today. We were surprised as Palestinian actors on the ground, mainly tens of years of work, but also the last 2 years of work on the ground. No one consulted us about the plans for Gaza, the future of Gaza. We're just receiving these reports and these photos about the Gaza in the future. And whilst Israel is using the time, while these leaders they have the ceremony, Israel killed 5 Palestinians.
It's a massive change of direction, and not at all in a good way. Because that project, and I was a part of it, as you know, for so many years, and so many other people were, is all about solidarity with the poor. It's not about profit. It's not about investment. It's not about making money out of the suffering of the poor. It's about helping them to get back on their feet. And it's global. And this is about somehow, in some, sort of unaccountable and an unpleasant way, in a way, making money out of investment in the suffering of the Palestinians. It offends me, I'm sure it offends you. And more importantly, it's not the way to provide succor to those suffering.
Again, what is required in any conflict is a mediator and a solution that is perceived to be equitable and durable from the perspective of the parties in conflict, and none of those things exist right now. I mean, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is many things. It's a contest of competing justices. It's debate and conflict over overlapping sacred space in Jerusalem. It's about nationalism, religious identification. It is partly a real estate transaction, partly a real estate transaction. And I'm afraid that the articulation of Jared Kushner's vision for Gaza, which is highly aspirational and completely and utterly, in my judgment, detached from reality, reflects the views also of his father-in-law, who looks at ownership, leasing, real estate development, and the finances and economics of making money to be a sort of guiding principle in the way they look at resolving conflict.